Hello guys, and welcome back to another cold episode. On today's episode, the Forbidden and Limited list has been updated for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Now, we're not looking at the Forbidden and Limited list currently, but I wanted to point out, this card just got banned in the TCG, and then we got a mate of it, which is very funny. That's all. It happened with Toad, and now it happened again with Link Karibo, and I find it funny. But cool, Link Karibo mate. You'll love to see it. But let's check out the Forbidden and Limited list. Starting off with the cards to be limited, we have Soul Piercer, the Superheavy Samurai Soul Piercer being limited to 1. Yep, sure, makes sense. Superheavy Samurai is still very strong, so it does make sense limiting this card. Obviously, the card to limit, I was going to say the card to limit is obviously the Link one, but honestly, I don't hate this limitation. It's fine. Because this basically means that you have to search it, utilizing the Wakaushi line. So I think it's okay. It also means that like stopping it stops the searches at least a little bit more. And it could matter a little bit more, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, this doesn't really change the cap of the deck and like the overall power level of the deck. It just kind of nerfs its consistency, which I, as well as I think many other people, are not fans of. However, semi-limits. Okay, first of all, Snake Eye Ash, semi-limited. Wanted, Seeker of Sinful Spoils, semi-limited. Yes, I saw that. I didn't really want to say anything. Okay, first and foremost, these are good hits. These are probably the best hits in terms of hitting, like, the best cards to hit in terms of hitting the Snake Eye cards. So I don't dislike this. However, they're semi-limits. They don't do anything. Semi-limits do not change anything. Semi-limiting Unicorn did not change anything. Semi-limiting Fenrir did not change anything. Semi-limiting whatever other card you choose to name when it comes to a semi-limitation doesn't change really anything. Now, while there are 2 cards that are semi-limited, which means that you're a lot less likely to see the cards because both of these basically get to Snake Eye Ash. Right, one of them is Snake Eye Ash, the other one gets to Snake Eye Ash through the Duel Star. The biggest problem is that there are so many ways to Snake Eye Ash that changing this barely changes the math. And because of Bonfire, and because of Poplar, and because of all of the other cards, this doesn't really change the math too much, and it doesn't really fudge anything in terms of, like, consistency to really hit the deck. But these are the 2 correct cards to hit, so at least Konami knows what cards they should be hitting. And I say that they're the correct cards because, realistically, Ash gets the most advantage, so utilizing that card, if you are able to cut it down in consistency, whether through a ban or through a limitation, is good. Wanted gets you just insane advantage. It gets a card into your hand. It gets you into your entire Snake Eye line through the Duel Star. And most importantly, it recycles that card that you utilized to send to the graveyard off of the Duel Star to just get you that additional card. So it just like replaces itself immediately. Which is kind of crazy. Wanted is by far the most powerful card from the Snake Eye engine, just because it gets you full combo while also getting you, basically recycling your advantage, which is really, really crazy. So, in terms of cards to hit, I think that these are the best ones. You could also, like, do some other weird things like banning Flomberg and stuff like that. But honestly, the fact that they semi-limited, even just semi-limited UR is surprising. Especially since this deck, I believe, is still in the shop. Now granted, this is going to be for April 30th. So basically the end of this season. But I believe, is it not still in the shop? Oh, it's not. Okay. Bonfire's the thing that's in the shop. Yeah, okay. My mistake. So this is nice, at the very least, you know. I don't think this really changes anything, but I would imagine what's likely to happen is that they want to release the Fire King stuff, but they don't want to release it with the Snake Eye stuff being the, like, preferred way to play the Fire King. Or not necessarily preferred way, but more so just the, like, only way, really, that people play the Snake Eye, or the Fire King stuff, right? So all in all, I would imagine these are semi-limited now and probably going to get limited and or banned in the future. Similar to what happened with Soul Piercer. Now, they're probably a lot more likely to hit something like Soul Piercer because it is a common or a rare, as opposed to a super rare. But Snake Eye Ash is very likely to be on the limited slash ban list. Wanted, probably similarly. So there you go. I'm happy. This is fine. I don't think this really changes much in terms of either of these decks, but there you go. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.